Good morning, all the participants, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Young-Ju Lee. I'm director of the CCOP Technical Secretariat based in Bangkok. It is my great honor and privilege to have a chance to introduce a CCOP and then some activities of mineral and minings and little bit information of the critical minerals. First of all, I would like to give my sincere thanks to the organizers who invited me, giving me this wonderful chance. So today I organize my talk as follows. I will give you some introduction, CCOP, and activities on mineral and mining sector, and status of critical minerals in the region, and way forward, and I level my talk. CCOP stands for Coordinating Committee for Geoscience Programs in East and South Asia, which was established under UN in 1966. So CCOP became a intergovernmental organization in year of 1987, and then we celebrated our 50th anniversary in 2016. So at the moment, CCOP is comprised of 16 member countries and then 14 cooperating countries and another 17 cooperating organizations. From this year on to 2025, CCOP, we have a new strategic plan. So under our new strategic plan, we have a vision that to becoming a leading intergovernmental geoscience organizations and to try to implement sustainable development in our region. And then through our mission is through the Geoscience Partnership, we provide the better life, and then we prepare and respond the digital transformation of our Mother Earth. As you can see from the diagram, this diagram, our activities are quite related to the UN SDGs. As I already mentioned, CCOP at the moment is comprised of 60 member countries. 60 member countries is we have all ASEAN member states, which is 10 countries in South Asia, and then we have plus 3. Plus 3 means Japan, China, and Korea, and then we also have Mongolia and Papua New Guinea and Timor-Leste as our member country. And from the establishment of CCOP, we have a cooperating countries. At the moment, we have a cooperating countries from Australia, Belgium, down to United Kingdom and United States of America. Totally 14 countries. They provide some technical advices and some projects and some seminars and so on. And we also have 17 cooperating organizations, which is such as Eurogeo Surveys and IUGS and UNESCOP and UNESCO and the World Bank. This diagram shows the work scope of CCOP at the moment. We have 9 different fields of which is working on. So we have a oil and gas sector and mineral and mining sector, which of course includes critical minerals and geohazard, marine geology, groundwater, and global climate change. We have a project on urban geology and geoscience big data. And also education and outreach training is very important part of CCOP. So CCOP, as I already mentioned, is very important and unique geoscience international intergovernmental organization in the region. So we are quite family-like organizations, and then one of our important theme is even we have a different status of the culture and economy, and then understanding of geoscience, we try to go together. All 16 member countries try to go together. From now on, I would like to give you some information of the mineral and mining activities in CCOP. So I have collected all the activities of last 10 years, and then I come up with the, we have some activities and project of 20. So I have shown you the table. And those are the activities and projects we have been done and still working on. So I will give you some information on some important activities and projects. One of the activities with collaboration of US Geological Survey is public culture assessment in Southeast Asia and Melanesia. Title of project Global Mineral Resource Assessment Project, which initiated in 2003. So 7 member countries of CCOP joined, and through the workshops and collecting some data and surveys, we come up with the 49 undiscovered public cultural deposits were discovered through that project. Of course, this discovery includes some important critical minerals in the region. And the second one is the small-scale artisanal mining. So we have supported from World Bank and Geological Survey of Japan. We try to have some campaign and standardization of the small and artisanal mining in our region. So we have some activities, workshops to introduce best practices from CCOP member countries, and capacity building of the environmental friendly mining, and also introduce some new technologies. So CCOP provide the holistic management of the environment and mineral resources for artisanal and small-scale mining in our region. And CCOP is quite actively joined and participate in ASOM. ASOM stands for ASEAN Senior Official Meeting on Minerals. So from 2010, CCOP joined this meeting on different 3 working groups, such as mineral information and database, and capacity building in minerals, and sustainable mineral development. Another project of the database on geoscience, of course, including mineral resources, is the CCOP GSI project. Is the geoinformation sharing infrastructure project, which is supported by Geological Survey of Japan. So we have just finished the phase 1, which started 2015. So through the phase 1 project, we have collected and then uploaded very important geological and mineral resources maps of 825, which is in web GIS format. And then also we have planned to proceed another 5 years as phase 2. So we further collect some important data and maps of our region. And then we more focus on thematic items. So we try to have some discoveries from those important data sets. This is one of the results of the, actually each country has the distribution map of the important resources of their own country, and then we can compile them together. So this is kind of compilation of the Southeast Asian countries in terms of mineral resources. So it was a very small legend and the maps, but I just show you some examples. And then we have another project on database in minerals, which is a geoscience data repository project, which is supported by KIGAM, Korea Institute of Geoscience and Mineral Resources. So KIGAM provide real good data set, data-based system for collecting and storage and utilize all our geoscience data. So to all the member countries of our CCOP. It is just a beginning stage, so we have only one offline meeting and one online meeting. So we just collected some data from all our member countries. Of course, mineral, rock and mineral is important samples to collected by Geoscience data repository. And quite recently, last year, we have finished one of the projects, which is called MAMIA. MAMIA is also supported by Geological Survey of Japan and Magnetic Anomaly Map of East Asia. So we have compiled 1 to 4 million scale 2 by 2 grid magnetic maps in our region, which was initiated in 2016 and finalized last year. Also, CCOP provided a very decent training program to all our member countries. One of the projects provided by Korea Institute of Geoscience and Mineral Resources is through the ISGEO or regular training course on mineral resources and geological mapping. So far from 2014, KIGAM provided training courses on the mineral resources to more than 100 participants from CCOP member countries. And also, Geological Survey of Japan, through the international training courses, provide very high quality practical geological survey techniques to our all member countries from 2017. Let's move on to next topic, which is status of critical minerals in CCOP region. So why critical minerals is so important in CCOP region? I think it is a way to implement our strategic plan of CCOP for 5 years. And then also critical minerals really contribute to the global world to carrying out the carbon zero goal, implement these goals to the global world. And definitely it also discovery of critical minerals in the region can give a opportunity of economic development of our member countries. So in order to get the information of critical minerals, we have some surveys and dialogues and discussions with our 16 member countries, and we come up with the idea that we can divide our 16 member countries into 2 groups. The first group is that the 8 countries which has the definition of critical minerals, or even they do not use the term of critical minerals, they have some definition of the classified mineral groups, which is helpful for their industries. So those countries like China, Indonesia, Japan, Korea, Malaysia, the Philippines, Thailand, and Vietnam has that kind of concept in their own country. Second group of the critical minerals in our CCOP region is, as I already mentioned, 8 countries which do not have definite definition of the critical minerals or other terminologies, no classified informations on minerals. But as you can see from this table, some countries like Cambodia, Laos, PDR, and Mongolia, Myanmar, and Papua New Guinea, they produce many important critical minerals in their own country. Let's go back to the Group 1 countries in our CCOP region. China, as you're well aware, is very strong and major producer of critical minerals in the world. Indonesia, they do not use the critical terms of critical minerals, but they use the strategic minerals such as chromium, manganese, molybdenum, nickel, cobalt, and vanadium, and REE. So those are the distribution maps of the Indonesia of those strategic minerals. Japan, they have a definition of critical minerals in their own. They classify 34 minerals as critical by the METI, Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry of Japan. So they have also strategies how to secure critical minerals through the international collaboration, recycling, and try to develop substitute materials, and stockpiling, and marine mineral resources. In Korea, they also try to define critical minerals. So Ministry of Trade, Industry and Energy, MOTIE, will officially announce critical mineral in Korea from this year. So suggestion from KIGAM is that at the moment, they consider lithium, cobalt, tin, tungsten, molybdenum, graphite, and some REs are critical mineral to support their innovative industries such as future mobility, IoT, and biohealth and display. In Malaysia, through the information and discussion of JMG, Department of Mineral and Geoscience Malaysia, they have identified critical minerals such as REE, tin, bauxite, kaolin, and silica sand. So those are the maps of distribution of those important minerals. And the Philippines, through the information dialogue of MGB, Mines and Geoscience Bureau, they have a strategic minerals such as nickel, cobalt, PGE, and scandium, gold, copper, and chromite. For Thailand, through the discussion and dialogue with the Department of Mineral Resources, we found out that they do not have a definite definition of the critical minerals at the moment, but they have some suggestion that the REE, copper, mangan, iron, and gold, lead, nickel, those are the critical minerals, as you can see here. Vietnam is also the same situation, even they do not have a terminology on critical minerals, but they have some key minerals to support their industry and for future use is REE and copper, gold, iron, and titanium, bauxite, etc. Let's move on to next topic, way forward. So the critical minerals in CCOP region, some countries has very robust definition on critical minerals, but some countries are not. So we need some collaboration with other countries on critical minerals. So training and education is quite important. The capacity building on critical minerals, such as exploration, sustainable development, life cycle assessment, and environment issues, and new technology such as AI and big data and predict of discovery of critical mineral is quite important. So I already contacted the KIGAM, asked for the training courses on critical minerals. And actually the KIGAM is quite positive on my suggestion at the moment. And also for further collaboration, I already asked the ASEAN, ASOM, some project on critical minerals in ASEAN region on some training courses, capacity building and workshop to more better understanding of the critical minerals and for the new discovery. I think also we can collaborate with our cooperating countries such as US Geological Survey and Geoscience Australia and Geological Survey of Canada to collaborate on the new discoveries of critical minerals in our region, maybe through the CMMI or other technical advices and collaborations. That would be very helpful for the CCOP member countries to have new discoveries of critical minerals in our region. So wrap up my talk. CCOP is a very unique international intergovernmental organization with geoscience in the region, really family-like organization. And critical minerals are quite important for CCOP to implement our strategic plan and sustainable development of CCOP member countries. We need some kind of more understanding through the capacity building and training and education. And of course, technical support will be more than welcome from CCOP member countries. So collaboration and partnership with or among our member countries and cooperating countries are really very essential for the development and discovery of critical minerals in our region. Thank you very much for your attention.